Shipping, initially derived from the word relationship, is a desire by fans of two fictional characters to be in a relationship. If you are a member of a fan base, you'll have come across a shipping at some point. Some of them are taken from the official work, otherwise referred to as canon shipping. Others can be thought of by fans and can be generally accepted by the greater fan base. As an example, Ron and Hermione are an official couple in the Harry Potter universe. However, many a fan thinks that Harry and Hermione are a far superior couple, therefore they ship them. So on this, the Day of Love... week? Month? Right. Here's my top 10 list of favourite fictional couples! Finally, these are the couples I adore the most, whether it be the dynamic between the two characters or the simple fact that I think they look cute together. Because as a single white male who has never had a single date in all 22 years of his life, I know everything about being in love. And of course, these are my opinions. Feel free to leave a comment below about your favourite couple. I am genuinely interested because it took me a long time to get this list together. I want to see if I missed anyone obvious. And I feel this goes unsaid, but there are gay couples on this list. Love is love, people. Just let it be. This is my top 10 favourite fictional couples. Number 10. Jeff Winger and Britta Perry from Community.
Hobbit! A leprechaun took our clothes.
And you can never tell anyone, okay?
The relationship between Jeff and Britta is pretty integral to the study group. If it wasn't for Jeff wanting to get in Britta's pants in the first place, the group would never have come together.
Why can't you see that for the compliment that it is?
They've even been referred to as the figurative parents of the group. Wait, does that make the Dean the crazy uncle?
Dean-a-ling-a-ling!
While they don't get that far relationship-wise at all, they do become natural friends, and in all honesty, the best relationships come from that. It's those moments where they confess their love for one another that really shows how much the other cares for them. Britta stood up in front of the whole school and proclaimed her love to Jeff. Jeff, when faced with Greendale being turned into a subway school, asked Britta to marry him. They were in-the-moment decisions, yes, but they had the balls to admit they had feelings for one another. Now yes, Jeff clearly has more feelings towards Annie, as seen in the Season 6 final, and while the whole age thing doesn't really matter now that they're both adults, I just never really got their relationship. This is 10th on my list for a reason. As much as I've said how much I like this couple, I'm not 100% concrete on it. I guess this means I get to marathon Community again. Yay!
The group would be thrilled. The wounded soldier fantasy means we're moments from doing it, right?
Yeah, can you feel that tension? It's a miracle we still have clothes on.
Number 9. 7 of 9 and the Doctor from Star Trek Voyager.
Did I mention you look lovely today?
Oh, Doctor, you're so charming.
This lesson is terminated.
Yes, Voyager isn't the best series, yes, Worf and Jadzia are a better couple, but these guys are great! Honestly, nothing brings a smile to my face more than just seeing the Doctor and Seven interacting with one another.
When first contact is successful, romance quickly ensues, and in the happiest of circumstances, procreation. Here we see how Fortress Ovum is besieged by countless little warriors.
Doctor, I am familiar with the physiological processes of sexuality.
Oh.
The Doctor is an emergency medical hologram, working overtime to keep Voyager fit and healthy while travelling back to the Alpha Quadrant. Seven is an ex-Borg drone, experiencing life for the first time since she was a toddler. The Doctor teaches Seven general Earth etiquette, helping her become more human as opposed to a cold and motionless machine. This leads to many a cute scene, like when the Doctor helps Seven on a date and when he teaches her Klingon, and who can forget this classic scene?
You are my sunshine.
It's a simple melody from Earth's 20th century. Computer, add instrumental accompaniment. On to the chorus. Together now.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray.
It gets me every time. It's a brilliant scene. Now, while Seven never shows any real attraction towards the Doctor, you can't ignore those long stares. He genuinely cares for her, and it breaks my heart to think they never actually get together in the show. Truly, a ship made in the stars.
You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
Number 8. Rena Ryugu and Keiichi Mahibara from Higurashi no Noko Koroni, or When They Cry, because it's easier to pronounce. This pairing exists for a number of reasons. 1. Rena is my favourite character. In both the manga and the anime, I feel so sorry for this girl. She, along with the rest of the cast, have been put through hell. While the other characters remain mostly the same throughout the different arcs, Rena has a new and interesting dynamic that is refreshing, interesting, and ultimately true to her character. In the first arc, she's a creepy potential suspect. In the second arc, she shows her intelligence, being likened to Sherlock Holmes. She's shown to have her serious moments, but she's also shown to be a shy, timid, and ultimately happy character. And in the final arc of the first series, she gets all that and so much more. She is a fantastic character, and I genuinely adore her. Keiichi... he's alright. Bit of a wet sponge, but he's the protagonist. We see the world through his eyes. 2. With that in mind, I do like Keiichi, and both he and Rena are shown to have a strong bond within the group. Even having affections for one another, though neither have the courage to tell the other directly. Which leads me to 3. That final fight scene.
Well done. I can't believe how smart you are. You figured everything out.
Holy cow. Yes. All of my yes. I won't say much more than this, since I've been contemplating doing a full review of Higurashi for years now, but I will say this. If and when I meet my special someone, we are totally recreating that scene. Amongst all the darkness, the smallest light shines the brightest.
I'll be the first to say it.
Say what?
This was kind of fun.
It was fun. You're right.
Number 7. Poe Dameron and Finn from Star Wars The Force Awakens. The newest couple on this list, Poe and Finn are absolutely brilliant together. Without spoiling anything, the moment Finn meets Poe, he becomes a lot more comfortable with himself. You gotta remember, this is a guy who was told that he will always be an outsider compared to the other First Order troops. And he is the first real guy he's ever met who treats him like he's important and that he belongs. Another reason I ship them is because Poe Dameron's actor, Oscar Isaacs, was quoted saying that he played Poe as a romantic character with one of the other main cast members.
I think it's a very subtle romance that's happening. You know, you have to just look very close. You have to watch it a few times to see the little hints, but there was.
And here's the thing. Poe and Rey never meet. They don't even share a single scene, a single line of dialogue, not even a single shot, nay, frame of film together. While this isn't official yet, we could very well see a gay couple in Star Wars, which, with my limited knowledge of Star Wars lore, hasn't really been done before. So, yeah. Next.
On a count of 3, name your favorite creature. Don't even think about it, just name it. Ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Rancor!
Hottest clothing in the galaxy.
Slave Leia costume. If you were a chick, who's the one guy in the whole galaxy you'd sleep with? Lando Calrissian. What?
Did we just become best friends?
Yep!
Did we forget we're being shot at?
Yep!
Number 6.
Kiss me.
What?
Public displays of affection make people very uncomfortable.
Yes, they do.
Captain America and Black Widow from the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
You still uncomfortable?
It's not exactly the word I would use.
I get the feeling I'm going to get the most comments about this one. Oh, Black Widow doesn't need a love interest. Oh, Captain America only has eyes for Peggy Carter. Oh, what about Black Widow and Hulk? Look, I just think they have great chemistry in the cinematic universe. Steve Rogers lost everything when he woke up in the modern day. All his war buddies were dead, the world he knew had changed, and he was a fish out of water. Ice. Ice water. The only place that feels familiar to him is the battlefield, with S.H.I.E.L.D., with the Avengers. And Black Widow pretty much became his best friend, if not partner, in the time between the first Avengers movie and Winter Soldier. Now the problem with Steve being in any kind of relationship is finding someone who can handle his hectic lifestyle. And Widow can perfectly handle herself. Now, regarding the whole Black Widow-Hulk relationship from Age of Ultron, that never made any sense. I remember Bruce always being obsessed with Betty Ross, his love interest from the comics and TV series, and the Hulk stories always centered around him trying to cure himself so he could be with Betty again without worrying about hulking out and hurting her. His relationship with Black Widow just came out of nowhere and served no real purpose. Even then, I distinctly remember Widow saying,
"Love is for children,"
when talking to Loki back in Avengers 1. So it kind of makes the whole relationship thing redundant anyway. Huh. But still, makes more sense in my mind.
You know, it's kind of hard to trust someone when you don't know who that someone really is.
Yeah. Who do you want me to be?
How about a friend?
Number 5. Korra and Osami from The Legend of Korra. Nickelodeon's Avatar The Last Airbender is highly regarded as one of the best animated series ever. So when it came time for series creators Brian him and Michael Dante, oh for goodness sake, those guys to make a sequel series, they had to pull out all the stops. And in my opinion, I find The Legend of Korra to be a far superior series to The Last Airbender. But that's a subject for another day. I'm particularly fond of the relationship between Korra and Osami because it follows a natural path. I'll admit, when the couple was first confirmed at the end of Series 4, I thought it came right the hell out of nowhere. But after rewatching the show at my own pace, it made a lot more sense. They start out as minor rivals to Marco's affections, but soon become friends, then teammates, then close friends, then partners. As I said with Jeff and Britta, the best couples start off as friends, and this is a great example. I believe this is also the first openly gay, if not bisexual couple on children's television. So, that's cool. Here's to a couple that will last more than a lifetime.
Asami, did you know Korra likes Mako?
No, I wasn't completely aware of that.
Number 4. Haruhi Suzumiya and Kiyone from The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. I'll admit, upon first watching, I really didn't like Haruhi. She's the type of person that doesn't care for anyone else's opinions and just does what she wants for the hell of it. Now, yes, there is a reason for this, but it's a pretty great spoiler that you have to discover for yourself. I went into the show not knowing it, and it really improved my experience. Kiyone is a much more laid-back character who has to put up with Haruhi's eccentricities, much to his displeasure. However, as time goes by, he kind of becomes used to them and just gets on with his life. It's not until the movie The Disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya, where, surprise surprise, she disappears, that we see just how much he cares for her. But it's not until the spin-off series, The Disappearance of Nagato Yuki-chan, Christ, with 3 layers deep, that I actually see them as a proper couple. Ironically enough, on Valentine's Day, Haruhi wants to go looking for water imps, and Kiyone is the only one present to go with her. While in the river, Haruhi trips and almost falls, but Keone catches her. It's at this moment that I finally got their relationship. Haruhi will always have these madcap ideas and dreams and the drive to do the impossible, and Keone will always be there to catch her when she falls. And from Keone's perspective, he will always be the sarcastic, begrudging hard-ass he is. But Haruhi will always be there to take him away from his melancholy life. They make each other's worlds better. And surely, that's what you need from any relationship.
What is it now? If you've got something to say, just say it. Spit it out already. It's probably something stupid anyway, but don't just stand there and keep it bottled up. It's not good for you.
Seriously, it's nothing.
Number 3. Captain Jack Harkness and Deonto Jones from Torchwood.
Hey kids, did you miss me?
Come on, we all knew Captain Jack was going to make some form of appearance on this list. I guess Captain Jack was the first openly bisexual character I was aware of, bearing in mind I would have been about 11 at the time Doctor Who was revived, so his character has grown along with me.
Wow.
The thing about Jack and Yonto is there wasn't any initial attraction between the two of them. In fact, Yonto's reasoning for joining Torchwood was so he could try and cure his Cyberman girlfriend after the Battle of Canary Wharf. I still love that that's a thing. After a while, Yonto started having this office relationship with Jack. But Yonto never actually came out as gay. He even goes on record saying,
It's not men, it's just him. It's only him.
After his girlfriend's death, Yonto is looking for comfort, intimacy, and as explained by his fellow teammates, they can't really date anyone outside of the team because of the hectic life they all lead. The only place Yonto can find this comfort is in the arms of Jack. Now the problem is, Jack can live forever, and Yonto is killable. And as we discover, Jack has had partners in the past, even gotten married, and had kids. That's the eternal downside of being immortal. Everyone you know and love can and will die at some point. It's only a matter of time. And Yonto knows this. He knows his time with Jack is limited, so they have to make the most of the moments they have. There isn't any direct confession of love, but all the signs are there, and, spoiler alert, Yonto's death was the first time I ever cried at a character's passing. I guess that's why this couple is so high on the list. Nothing lasts forever, so cherish it while you still can.
Hey, it was good, yeah. Yeah.
Number 2.
I'm putting you in right field. Do you know where that is?
Yeah, on the right. Right?
Son Gohan and Videl from Dragon Ball Z. I was always going to have a DBZ couple on this list, however I wanted to stick to the unwritten one entry per franchise rule. If I didn't, we'd have had the likes of Bulma and Vegeta and Krillin 18 on this list. However, Gohan and Videl stand out compared to the other DBZ couples. Firstly, Gohan is my favourite character, Saiyaman Saga and all. At his core, he's just a nice guy who wants to be a scholar. He just so happens to have taken on a giant robot bug man as a kid and has seemingly unlimited unlockable potential. He also once became a giant monkey. So that's cool. As he got older, he had to start attending a proper school, which is where he meets Videl, the daughter of Mr. Satan. So many of my friends have just gone, what? Mr. Satan has taken full responsibility for defeating Cell, the previously mentioned robot bugman, and has fooled the world as well as his daughter into believing him, even going to the point where a whole city is renamed Satan City. That's like Donald Trump renaming his hometown Trumpville. Videl is a very tomboyish character to begin with, even practicing martial arts like her father, though unknowingly being a far superior fighter. Videl discovers Gohan himself as a fighter and has some very powerful abilities, including being able to fly. She blackmails Gohan into teaching her how to fly, which is where their relationship starts. Videl grew up with her father being the strongest man in the world, when all of a sudden Gohan turns up and shows her that all of these silly magic tricks, as her father puts it, are a lot more real than she could have imagined. He expands her world and shows her the bigger picture.
I see.
There are two great scenes that showcase this. The first is when Gohan teaches her how to control her ki, and the second is when Videl finally flies. From that point onward, they're pretty tight, closer than friends, even if Gohan doesn't notice. By the conclusion of the Buu saga, they are a happy couple. Leading into Battle of Gods, Gohan and Videl are married, and by Resurrection F, they have their first child. I couldn't wish for anything better than this couple.
You better come back, because I'm not finished with you yet, Gohan.
And my number one favourite fictional couple is Anakin Skywalker and Padme. No. No. Just no. I couldn't keep a straight face. I'm so sorry. It's Dick Grayson and Barbara Gordon. The people that know me knew this was coming. Dick Grayson is my favourite hero, Barbara Gordon is my favourite heroine. The two have had an on-again, off-again relationship for years now. DC just loves playing with the heartstrings of the fans of this couple so much that I'm starting to worry that they'll never get together. Which is a shame, because they do each other justice. As I briefly went over in the Nightwing DLC story for Arkham Knight, Dick is much more laid back and a bit of a joker, while Barbara is more intelligent and serious. He helps her relax, and she helps him get his act together. Now, to the Teen Titans fans asking what about Starfire, I have this to say. I too do like the couple of Dick and Starfire. However, the version I'm more familiar with is the romance from the Teen Titan animated series from the 2000s. I got into comics around about the time DC rebooted into the New 52, where Starfire had been turned into an overly sexualized bimbo who can't even remember individual people unless she f***s them. Needless to say, myself and many other fans didn't like this. While I am not as familiar with the pre-52 version of Starfire's character, I pray that she isn't anything like this. Barbara Gordon, on the other hand, has stayed pretty much consistent between all of her different incarnations. I guess since I identify with the character of Grayson so much, my personal taste in women plays into it as well. I'd rather go out with a more intelligent woman who I can have a good conversation with. And because I like both characters so much, whenever it comes to writing a fan project featuring the two, I always have them either interested in one another or actually going out. This is fan shipping at its core. Oh well, here's to the couple that'll hopefully one day fly upon leather wings.
Look alive, Richard.
Alive and kicking, Miss Gordon.
And that was my top 10 favourite fictional couples. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment below and let me know some of your favourite couples. If you liked what you've seen, then do stick around. I'm hoping to do another top 10 list relatively soon. No promises. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter. I've been Michael Crewe from Crewe on the Sofa, but you already knew that. Ow, my arm.